Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video. I'm going to be talking about a newly shown product, and this time it's basically another look at the Devastator figure from the Studio series. So now, when this figure was originally shown in its entirety just like about a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, it was met with a lot of resistance, a lot of people not liking it. Some people, though, could see that it was going to look good in the proper circumstances, and here we're getting it in a slightly better circumstance, so you can kind of see it for a little bit more what it's going to be like. Because when it was first shown, it was shown like very straight up, like he was standing up like a human being, and it was mistransformed slightly, as well as the arms were reversed. Now, the arms do still seem to be reversed. He still has the high tower scrap metal hand on his right side instead of the left, like it should be, and then has a scrapper on the right instead of his scrapper on the left instead of the right, like it should be. So, that they're still a little bit wrong with it. However, it is hunched over now finally, so he doesn't have that weird posture to him, and therefore it looks a little bit better. So there's definitely it brings a new perspective to it now, looking at it with better posture. It still isn't posed that well. It looks like there's a lot of things that I just kind of want to reach to the screen and just like adjust. But for the moment, at least, we do have a little bit better of an image of him, as well as we have some pretty clear images that I'll go over. But overall, again, I think that it looks really good. I think that with the proper paint and then the proper care in the way that it's posed, I think this thing's going to look amazing, and people are going to love it. But for right now, it does have a bit of an odd look because of like the bright blue and purple and things like that, which are obviously the colors of the prototypes that are being shown, which is Overload and what is it, Scrapper. So there is that. However, I do think that it does look quite good, though, in general. Here's a kind of different angle to it. As you can see, like the toe is, positioned in a strange way. But obviously, with the proper pose, I think this thing is going to look insanely good. That's a horrible picture. Let's get to some really clear ones. Here we go. So overall, I think that it does look really nice. As you can see, it's a little hard to see where his hand is, basically, on the scrapper side, like where his fingers are. I'm almost questioning if they took the fingers off or something on this one, because I don't see the fingers. Oh, there's like one of the pieces. So the hand is really badly positioned. As you can see, he does, though, seem to have a much larger hand on the one side than the other. I was hoping that Scrapper would be pretty big for a Voyager, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he's too big, so that does look unfortunate. But overall, I do like this hand and how big it is. I will say that the way that this is pose is also off too. This piece should be attached to the back there, so that he doesn't have this big like lump in his elbow. But overall, looking quite nice. And as you can see, I think that the head sculpt looks very cool. I wish that you could open him in the mouth like super wide. You will be able to open it wider. However, it's mainly just down. I wish that there was some sort of feature to allow you to get the kind of like the circular style mouth like he has when he does like the sucking up and bringing everything in towards him. That would be very cool. The back looks really cool. This is kind of the first time we're seeing an image of the back. I think that this does look quite nice. I always liked the back of Devastator in the film, how like he had the massive like gears and engines there that you can kind of see how everything was being sucked in and kind of being grounded up and destroyed. So I think that does look quite neat. I will say that though on the back here with Wallenhall, his head is quite visible. Obviously, if you just rotate and put it down, it won't be as bad, but it is a little annoying to see just one of the Constructicons' heads very obvious, even if it is from the back. Here's a bit of a closer image of the Scrapper. Again, like he's posed so terribly. Like this should be rotated down and the fingers should be really brought out. But unfortunately they're not. But overall, I mean, it does look quite nice from what we can see, or from what at least we have so far. As you can see, very cool. He does have a rather large, menacing look to him, which is really important, of course. Overall, I'm incredibly excited for this. Can't wait to build it. There is a third-party company that is releasing the Constructicons just like Hasbro is, that you can purchase and build Devastator with as well. Obviously, being a third-party company, it is more expensive. They're called here. I've got some listings of it up right now. let's see, actually, yeah, here, TF Source has them on pre-order. So as you can see, they've got 4 up so far, and they just showed Scrapper today. So as you can see, they're definitely a lot more expensive if you want to build them. However, they do look very cool, and their version of Devastator, although we don't have many pictures for right now, does look very nice as well. When we get better images of it, though, I will do a comparison. There we go. I will do a comparison between the third-party company Devastator as well as the Hasbro Devastator that we have here. Overall, again, I'm very excited to complete it. If you didn't know, I'm buying 2 of every one, so I'm going to have a set of the Constructicons and a full Devastator as well. Very excited to finally complete it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Scrapper and Overload in their final product forms, as well as then getting a more color corrected version of this prototype. So let me know what you guys think of the new images for the Studio Series Devastator, and thanks so much for watching.